What is going on, governors? Chisgule here, and today we're going to do some crafting. Now, today would have been the day that we'd be having a huge Kingsland fight, but without revisiting all that drama, we'll just say that none of those kingdoms who had a chance to be in Kingsland are. That's ours. GG. So instead, we're doing some crafting today. It's the last stream of the new year. And I suppose it's for the best that we all get to enjoy our New Year's Eve, instead of enjoying New Year's Eve smashing it out in Rise of Kingdoms. So, you know, I suppose I should count that as a gift. Now, let's see here. Just gonna hide someone who's being a jackass from the channel forever. You're now irrelevant. See you later. Woo! Moderating. It's powerful tools that you get here. Big shout out to the members and moderators in the chat. Germany, Colonel James, Abyss, Vader, Centron the Goat, and the Red Beast, Zonkers, Thubian. Did I mention Abyss? What's up, dude? Cataluni, how's it going? Does, what's up, dude? TJ, how's it going? Who was the naughty boy? Now they're too irrelevant now. They're just gone. Poof. GG. Hidden forever. That's how it goes. Justin, what's up, dude? Thank you for the super chat, man. Happy New Year. Well, let me just jump it in game real quick. And by the way, big shout out to my Legendary Guard. Justin is in the Legendary Guard as well. Pictures of the Legendary Guard rotate right through here, baby. All right. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Hi, Mr. Ghoul. Cheers. Cheers. Happy New Year, everybody. So, here's the map. I had thought that we were going to let these guys come into Kingsland so we get more fighting, and I talked to Ruz, and he was like, hell no, we're not letting them into Kingsland. GTFO, man. I was like, oh, okay. He was like, no, absolutely under no circumstance. Salty Cornflakes, what's up, dude? Happy New Year. Don't forget to drop some likes. So we had about 24 hours of some good fighting. I got my 30 million kills. It was good that I was as hectic as I was toward getting those kills, because opportunities were pretty limited. Is it 2023 in America? No. Still 2022? How long do we have, man? Not too long. Just over 12 hours. I almost said reset. I almost did the math to reset, and I was like, nope, that's not midnight, Chisgule. Hey, bro, do we get Hall of Heroes troops back if we migrate? You do get your Hall of Heroes troops back. Chisgule, are you using Sargon in the field? I did use Sargon in the field. And the thing that's a little bit disappointing is that it was so hectic that I really didn't get a chance to look at reports. I mean, it was just like slamming it out as fast as you could. But I do like Sargon in the field. But I will say there are some distinct disadvantages that I have noticed from Sargon, and they're not what I thought they would be. Zeitgeist Tom, thank you for the super chat, dude. I appreciate it. 30 minutes till New Year's in the Philippines? Yo, let's go. Let's get some hype for the Philippines New Year's. Timer for forging. That's a good idea. I could get behind that. Let's get a timer going. Alright, there's our crafting timer. 2023 is going to be a banger. Oh, Tom, it didn't pull your message? That's a bummer, dude. So, the thing that I've noticed about Sargon that is actually kind of a bummer is that if you swing into a support primary commander, you actually end up buffing that commander pretty heavily by guaranteeing the emergency protection is active. I'm gonna skip this song. I'm kind of not in the mood for it. So it's kind of weird, like, commanders that have triggered skill damage reduction love Sargon. I don't have any recommendations for a DKP system. We don't really have one. We do look at dead troops. We do look at kill points. I think those are important things to look at. We do segment that based on when you made those contributions. So we could actually get a look at, like, when did you show up as well. As a Cav main, would that tree be usable for Nevsky Joan? This tree? Yeah, if you want to use Joan primary, this is how you do it. Free to play God, what's up, dude? Joan primary, now with Nevsky for field to counter Sargon. I mean, there's just not that many Sargons running around. You definitely could. It definitely would. But there's just not that many. I figured this out trying to use Sargon in Canyon, and I was like, why is this not working in Canyon? And I was like, right, Trajan is support tree primary. If you line up the Sargon against Trajan, you just make him more tanky. You actually make him better, and you worse. So maybe Sargon works in Canyon. I've been trying it out, but I wouldn't hold out hope. I wouldn't hold out hope. I know Chadsky's having some luck with him, but I am not finding him as effective as the other things at my disposal. Your Alex is 5-4-4-4. Should I reset him to 5-5-5-2? Probably, actually. Hey, Scout, welcome to the Honor Guard. Yo, let's get those hype emojis for our newest member and first member of the Honor Guard this stream. Let's go, man. Okay. Your Alex 5-4. The thing you need to look at, I'm gonna instinctually say yes, but the thing you need to look at is, like, how much gain do you get on the skills over here? It's 200 damage factor from 3 to 4 and 300 damage factor over here. Yeah, you absolutely want to 5-5 this guy. And the last skill, yeah, this is just not as important as some of the other skills. It's a good one, but go for 5-5-5-2. That seems good. Skill reset there seems advisable. What commander will you reset to get gold heads back? Well, remember, you can only reset if your account is 15 days old or younger, so most of us are not going to get to do resets. Chisgule, will you fight in Kingsland? There will not be any Kingsland fighting. These guys, I mean, I guess they're on their fort a little bit, but they don't really have a great way to go into Kingsland. I mean, I suppose they could try to build, but if it looks like they're building up field, I'm pretty sure we'll just clear it on this side of the pass. And then over here, I mean, these guys are not here. I'm like, I mean, they could all just port in and be like, aha, here we are. But it doesn't feel like that's what they're up to. I mean, you got Ward Addy Chad on their doorstep, you know? Like, I mean, you know, Chadsky's just got to solo him. It'll be okay. He's in position, everybody. Locked and loaded. With the new city theme, I will point out. 15% Cav stats. Woo! Look at that. Look at that city theme. Wait. Where'd the fire go? Where'd the fire go? We gotta zoom back out? Hello? Well, it was on fire a second ago. Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm just being too hectic. I need to give it a chance to actually fire up the animation. You're winning light versus darkness. Congratulations. What commander reset for accounts 15 days or younger? Yeah, they added a function that lets you completely reset a commander. You get everything back. But you have to be 15 days or younger. One legendary. You can do it once. So if you put all 5 gold heads that you got in your first week of playing into a commander, you could reset them. I mean, I'm like joking, not joking. I think it is a good thing. But obviously, those of us with commanders like Edward of Woodstock and Khan, and this list could go on and on and on, would love a little reset action in our lives, you know? I mean, 1 in the chat if you want to reset for commanders, and 2 if you're like, nobody needs to reset commanders. What are you talking about? Let's just get a sense of where people are at. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's going to put a 1, right? Like, everybody wants a reset. There's literally not a governor on the face of the earth who'd be like, I don't think we need to reset. Yeah, everybody, okay. Except MV Roner, who's like, I'm good, bro. And Peroro. Okay, now y'all are trolling. Give me my con heads back. Exactly, Cool Pasta. Exactly. Exactly. What's your talent tree for Nevsky? Here's the talents on Nevsky. This is a pretty classic cavalry build. It doesn't get more cookie cutter than this. Happy New Year to you in the Philippines. At least 1 for everyone. Mistakes were made. Ah, there's Cortex. Looking less like a polar bear and more like a troll. How's it going, dude? There it is. He's here to watch the crafting, everybody. Yo, if you want Cortex to come back to Rise of Kingdoms, just drop a "We want Cortex" in the chat real quick. Sala, thank you for the super chat. Send MSN a pic. Ed McCrae, welcome to the Honor Guard, dude. Yo, let's get those hype emojis. For the second member of the stream, Ed McCrae music. Cheers, welcome, dude. We need Cortex, dang. You hear that, Cortex? They're calling your name, dude. They need you. Everybody except Peroro, who's like, nah, he can do polar bear things. Exactly right. That's what he's up to, polar bear things. But there's possibly a game coming out in the new year that will bring Cortex back on stream for a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll talk about that more as it gets, you know, a little closer to being a reality. We also have to figure out if the game's any good first. Nevsky CC? Nah, don't do that. You want Nevsky Mehmed if you're going to do a gold key commander there. No Cortex. Joking aside. Fresh start from Kingdom 3000. You sent me a picture in my... Oh, thank you. I understand now. You sent a picture in my main account. Your name is OCI. All right, OCI. Let's go check this out. Here's what I'm going to do to protect the live stream. Okay, I'm just going to jump behind my table real quick. I'm going to give this image a quick inspect before I put it on the stream. However, I actually don't see it. I don't see it. I see Vega. I see UI Joku saying, can I join? I actually don't see it, dude. Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. Wow. Why did it put it all the way down there? So weird. Hold on. Let me check it out real quick. Let me make sure we're stream safe. By the way, for those of you that don't know, big change was made to YouTube recently. Did you all know this? Big change was made to YouTube very recently. That change is that if you curse basically at all now, your video cannot be monetized. It's a huge change. I'm probably over-exaggerating, but it's actually a really big deal. And they removed the monetization from prior videos that had whatever their threshold was for cursing. It's pretty wild, right? They retroactively, and they did it instantly. They did it instantly, chat. There was no heads up. There was no warning. They just went in and they were like, all right, cursing, gone. Rip Redline. I mean, I think they mostly focus on like the first 15 seconds of the video. And if you curse a lot in the first 15 seconds of the video, then they're probably going to get you. I don't think they want to spend the money it would take to scan every video throughout the duration. So I think if you start without F-bombing, you're probably fine. All right, so this is a picture from the Rise of Kingdoms group. A wise man, Chisgule, said, "You must put your effort as a team to take down a beast like 1254. At least 2K tried something." Oh, yeah. Big true. Dude, are you in Israel? Are you in Israel? I see the Hebrew here. I have been to Israel. Really cool place, man. I really enjoyed visiting Israel. Dude, the markets in Israel are just insane. Among other things. Really cool place. Papa Bear. Dude, welcome to the Honor Guard. Yo, let's get those hype emojis for Papa Bear. Third new member of the stream. Let's go. Cortex is hiding. I wouldn't say he's hiding. Maybe he's hibernating. You know? That's what bears do. Is Henry and Esong better in Archer Garrison or Open Field? If you use Henry and Esong, that's an Open Field combo, not a Garrison combo. Now, in terms of the crafting menu today, chat, we got a few things on the menu. I need to go pick it up, actually. Let's go get it. We look over here. Over here? Yes, here. I picked up a Pride of the Khan 2 KVKs ago. I went back and I refined it, and I got dumpstered. Absolutely dumpstered. I got a plus 25. And so now I'm back for more punishment. I'm back for more punishment. I must like pain. Because I'm going to refine a Pride of the Khan. Cheers, Papa Bear. What's the link for becoming a member? A link should pop up in the chat momentarily. And that'll hook you up. There it is. You have your beer up in 25 minutes till New Year's? Dude, that's awesome. Now, I do have a couple other projects. Yeah, Sean knows. More plus 25s. So cringe. Yep. Cortex is doing his best cheap impression in the chat. There's an 11% chance we shoot the moon. Actually, I mean, it's not great. It's not great, chat. But I think I just pick up the Pride of the Khan here. What's the timer for? That's for crafting. That's when we're going to craft. I wish for your pride to be talented. Dude, let's go. So let's pick up Pride of the Khan. There it is. There is more that we're going to do, however. And I said I'd show you the odds. Avoiding the sage wisdom of Han Solo, who never wanted to know the odds. What happens if you get a plus 25 again? I mean, you just get wrecked. It is what it is. That's how the crafting system works. At risk of sounding like a broken record, a few things I would do to manage player psychology and create a happy state even when you lose. would be to make it so your chances of getting a crit go up as you refine, not go down. So as you fail, your chances get better, not worse. That's how I would do that. And I would give you incremental stat gain as you refine the item. Literally, you've refined it. It's better. But here it isn't better. It's exactly the same as it was. Sadness. Just saying. I would focus on the player psychology and make every material spent feel like a win. So even when you lose, you feel like you got something. But this is not all that we're crafting today. If I do get the crit, how many percent stat points do I gain? If I do get the crit, it's another 4.5% of stats, which is nice. It's not a ton. But it's still pretty good. No, this is not our Chis. Give us the old rage and Chisgule. I'm trying to tame my rage in the new year. I will not be successful. Now, yeah, closer to the goal perspective. Exactly. I will bless your luck today. Hey, cheers. Thank you. I appreciate it. The other crafting we need to do is actually on my restart. And I'm kind of hyped about this. These are going to be fresh crafts on the restart, which is pretty cool. Bismillah, what does that mean? Mountain Man, what does that mean? Egg is an amazing event. Yeah, Egg is an amazing event, but I don't know why we seem to get weapons and accessories like every other time. In the name of God. Oh, wow. All right. In the name of God. I try to personally keep, like, the religious swing out of my streaming. Because for some people, it's a, you know, kind of a turn off. So for others, they're like, oh, that's so cool. Dude, I trusted the Mountain Man wouldn't steer me wrong, Cortex. Yeah, it's just a positive thing. When our, so the commander resets only KVK season, not even KVK season. It's like the first 15 days of life. Trust the Mountain Man. Yeah. Yeah. Did you knock on wood? I haven't knocked on wood yet. My desk is probably made of particle board, honestly. We'll knock on it anyways. So I got two things I want to craft here. I got an archer set chest. And I've got archer set gloves that I want to make. That's the infantry ones. There's the archer ones. Best event for materials, for gems. Yes, egg event's really good. But I don't need these patterns that they keep throwing at me. I'm like, oh man, I'd love some armor. And they're like, have weapons and accessories. It seems like every other time they're like, have weapons and accessories. And it's like, dude, like, nobody needs that. I'm sure some people do, but... The other thing we have going on here is the old hunt for history. I have a lot of hammers, but I honestly don't know what I need. I need to rally some barb forts, get some free hammers. That I need to do. Second ring or infantry set helm and boots. Probably make the second ring. Rings of Doom are very important. In fact, if you look at my restart account here, I've been making a conscious effort to focus on my accessories. I'm now taking a departure from that route. And a part of the reason I'm kind of departing from the route of doing a ton of materials into accessories is that I'm actually on the verge of running out of legendaries to put iconics on for this account, which is a little weird. But my infantry gear here is obviously in a really good spot. My cavalry gear here is obviously in a really good spot. My Trajan gear is fine. This is actually like the remaining places I can put iconics is like here. They have 3 spots for iconics. Is that it? I have like 5 places I can put iconics. Which means after I get my rewards for this KVK, when I enter into the next one, I'm going to be kind of running out of places to put iconics pretty soon. So anyways, the 2-piece bonus for archers is really good. We get rid of this guy over here, the revival chest. We get rid of this guy over here, revival gauntlets. And that's a great place to be. By the way, Mountain Man, thank you for the super chat. You're crafting your 3rd gold set, 1 infantry, 1 cav, and my last one is archers. Nice, dude. Yeah, I think that's a good way to go. I think that's a good way to go. So what do I gain by going with the archer set here? The 2-piece bonus gives me, what is it? 3% attack? Health? Is it? It's not health. Health would be too good. Attack. There it is. Hey, Nathaniel. Dude, welcome to the Epic Guard. 4th new member of the stream. Let's freaking go. Let's get those hype emojis for Nathaniel Paris. Welcome back to the Epic Guard, dude. So it'll give me a 3% attack set boost. Plus, I'm taking the attack from my Boudica and turning it into health. I mean, that's just value for the open field. And then here I have just a tiny amount of archer attack from these epic gloves, and that amount of attack is going to go way up. So huge upgrades. 91 Seymour. Dude, welcome to the Honor Guard. Let's get those hype emojis for Seymour. Dude, I can't help but think of Moe's Tavern in The Simpsons. You know the prank call I'm thinking of, right? That's like the pinnacle of my childhood right there. It's prank calls to Moe's Tavern. That's it. It was ingenious. As a little kid, it was just hilarious. You watch that as an adult, and it's like, this is really not as funny as it was when I was a kid. How many pieces am I going to craft today? I believe 3 is what we're going for. Is Harold a good combo with Tariq ibn Ziyad? I don't think so. A lot of people keep asking that, and unfortunately for Harold, he's not really a good combo with most commanders. The problem with Harold is that he removes all his defense. And in a world in which you want lots of defense, that's really bad. The amount of damage he deals is not very good. Especially not very good because nobody needs attack anymore. The KVK Season of Conquest technology really makes Herald irrelevant. So for the open field, there are some fine combos, but for a rally, I just don't think he's really very viable. The only way you can get away with it is with Pakal, and that's because Pakal mitigates the downside of this here. I think if they made Stamford Bridge last for 5 seconds that your defense reduction would be ignored, maybe he would be relevant. And I think it would be balanced. I don't think that would be imbalanced. And that's the thing. Like, even if you got rid of his downside here, he still wouldn't be very, like, good. That's the problem. So as I've mentioned, I think in a number of places now, I don't think he's a great investment. Now, if you have them, you know, you could run around with Alex Herald and a bunch of other combos. I think you can get some value. But from a rally standpoint, that's a lot of dead troops. So I wouldn't recommend it. Fubian, thank you for the 3 months. What you going to do this evening? So I think what we're going to do is have dinner with my mom. And just chill. We'll probably cook something nice. I don't know what that's going to be yet. Tommy H. Dude, hey, welcome back, dude. Thank you for the super chat. Already know why I'm here. Yeah, dude. Tommy H is always here for the crafting. Probably because you have your subscription fired up with notifications turned on. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, smash the bell for notifications, baby. That's how you know I'm going live. Or you join my Discord server, discord.gg/Chisgule. In my announcements channel, or my content alert channel, I'll send out a message every time I'm going live, so you don't miss my next live stream. Change up. Dude, thank you for being in the Elite Guard. I appreciate it. What perks are there to running Alex Herald rather than... Yeah, no. I keep saying Alex Herald out of habit. Use the Herald as the primary. I think that's a good way to do it. Best of health and wealth. Cheers, dude. Here's the 250k subs in 2023. You know, that's a pretty good goal. Could I get to that many subs in 2023? That would be very hard for me to do. But it's a really cool goal. I think 225,000 subs would be a very difficult but possibly achievable goal for me. Mountain Man. Dude, thank you for the super chat. Chisgule, if someone runs Epic Joan in a March, like multiple friends run it, do the boosts stack? Like the rage gain? They do not stack, but they should refresh each other's duration. I believe. So I believe that if you have one Joan running and another one fires up, that the duration will refresh. But I actually made a very detailed video about that. If you do a search, that should be a pretty findable video. Something about Joan of Arc and buffs. And I think on the thumbnail, I've got like Constantine or Mulan. I was trying to figure that out, you know? Wordaddy Chat. Dude, thank you for the 22 months in the Legendary Guard. Let's go. On my way to the office. Streaming this is awesome. Oh, this awesome Kingsland. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Kingsland. Yeah. So, you know, the good news about not having a Kingsland is we can all enjoy New Year's. I mean, that's kind of a plus, right? Fun fact, the Battle of Stamford Bridge, according to the writings, there was a huge Viking standing in the middle of the bridge, chopping down everyone that came his way. Huh. That's crazy, man. We need a crit ghoul emoji. You found a new garrison meta. According to the Rock ads, Cleopatra, 30% march speed are meta. Yo, it would be kind of funny to make an account designed around the Rock ads and see how it goes. And by funny, I mean... probably not going to do all that great. Mountain Man, Epic Joan, Barb Chaining, or the Arms Training event. Ah. Yeah. It's more like the Arms Cheesing event. I like the idea of Arms Training, and I've really been vocal about the fact that I think it's really triggering and cheesy. That the real point of the event is not to figure out what the order is for the skills and to have a great march and to have good equipment, but it's actually all about all the other commanders that you have in your roster and using them to buff the hell out of whatever march you do use. I feel like the stated purpose of the event and the reality of the event are just two completely different things. And I love the idea of figuring out, oh, what's the right order of the skills, but I dislike how the reality is just, you know, who can cheese it the best. Congratulations. The masters of cheese get the gold heads. Jay Lee, thank you for the super chat, dude. I do really appreciate it. Dude, these super chats are freaking flying in. Nipple Bear. To be a better garrison, what's better to refine? KVK hammer, ring, or horn? Ooh. So, let's pull that up. I think that the ring is the best thing. The horn, unfortunately, you may or may not get a benefit from the extra rage. Horn is probably one of the worst items to try to refine. This has to do with the way that rage capping works. And over-raging gets really weird. And breakpoints. All that to say, if you had a crit ring, it would obviously be good. But I think you're better off with the... What did I say? Crit ring? Oh, man. I can't even talk. If you had a crit horn, I think it would be good. But a crit ring is way better. Because every time you get a ring proc, it's just value. Every time this thing goes off, it's just damage. It's really good. You have a crit horn from your first try. Wow. So I would definitely go for the ring. I also kind of need to refine a ring. I have a Ring of Doom. It's just sitting there, the pattern. Not going to do that today. I can handle only so much pain in one day. We'll see. Jay Lee, thank you for the super chat. Forgot to put my question. Super Whale Commanders for KVK1, please. I'm a Cavalry and Infantry main. So I have some bad news and some good news. The good news is that there are super commanders. The bad news is that there are archers. Esong with El Cid. Or Esong with the new KVK Season 1 archer. Thutmose. These are really the pairings that I think are amazing in KVK Season 1. That said, the other good news is that if you're going to run Cavalry, Minamoto's got to be a part of it, and he's really easy to get. And I think your best bet for pairing with Minamoto is going to just be Double C. So Mina Double C is really kind of your only Cavalry option in KVK Season 1. Shortly after KVK Season 1, I believe you'll get access to Khan. Now, Khan and Saladin open up a lot more cool possibilities. So Cavalry really kick into gear, I would say, after those commanders are in your arsenal. Now, as far as infantry commanders go, I will say, unfortunately, also there, that they kick into high gear in KVK Season 2. And the commanders that you're really looking for is Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great's really good. By the way, timer's on the screen for when we're going to do the crafting. Alexander the Great with Esong is really good in the field, but Alexander the Great paired with... you could use Martel as a rally, is quite strong. And as far as garrisoning goes, Constantine's pretty solid. But once again, weirdly enough, archers are just so good in the early KVKs. Okay? For whatever reason, Esong with Tommy is insane. This is like the meta garrison. It's very strange. Now, if you're just looking for open fielding, I would say, obviously, the Martel's a good choice, but also Richard I is pretty solid. He'll really fall off in power level later on, but Richard I is a really great commander that you have access to extremely early on. He'll last you basically forever in Canyon, so that's a win. And even now, I have found myself using Richard I in the open field, which sounds weird, but the reason I swap him back in is because of this instant slow. So if you really want to wreck somebody in the open field, what we did is we swapped in Richard I, and all I have to do is touch the enemy march, and they are instantly slowed by 50%. From there, the rest of my marches will kill them, and they're dead. Guaranteed you kill whatever you're following around. So archers are really good until you start to get Alexander the Great and some really good cavalry. Hopefully that answers your question pretty thoroughly. Alex and Sargon, they're okay. I found they were just okay. I think your best Sargon pairings are going to be Skippy Prime, CJ, and Honda Tadakatsu. Those really are your 3 best Sargon pairings. Now, other pairings will be fine. Alexander the Great will be fine. I think it's a good pair, but it's not the best pairs. My first legendary ever was a crit Hope Cloak. Andy, I think many would be really envious. Should I go with a set sword and head for infantry with Hope Cloak? Or 4-piece infantry set for Guan Skippy? So, I will show you that I still use the old shield over here. I think the 4-piece bonus is nice. It's definitely good. But I really like the Hope Cloak. And I also think Eternal Night is a fine pair of legs. It's just, you can stick with Karak's Humility for a really, really, really long time. So I think instead of going for the 4-piece bonus, I think a 2-piece bonus is a better place to hunt for. The march speed is really good, and the infantry do really need it. So I won't deny that. But I will say that the attack pieces that you get from the infantry set here are pretty suboptimal. And because this shield is so good for so long, right? Like, you could dump 90 legendary materials into this weapon. I have done that. Okay, and the reason I did this is that at one point I was running, you know, like the 4-piece archer set. The 4-piece infantry set for, like, going to the ruins. But I think eventually I just fell back on using this shield, man. I mean, the health is just too good. And for the materials, oof. So for infantry, I would just really focus on 2 pieces. Get that 3% of stats and probably call it there. I don't know what talents I have on my Guan for this account. Here's what I've got. I think a more conventional build looks just like this. You have a horn with your XY. You should go with the full rage tree. XY needs that cookie cutter build I was sharing earlier with the full rage tree. Absolutely do the full rage tree. No questions asked. MSN. 4 pieces OP for free-to-play low spenders. You need the march speed. I mean, I don't know. I got a couple infantry marches. I'm not using it. I think aspirationally, this piece will be infantry set, and this piece will be infantry set. So I will eventually go for that 4-piece bonus. But I really wanted to get the defensive stats that this helm offers. This is really good. With the current leadership commanders, is it worth it for leadership gear? I struggle with this question literally every day. I really am not sure if it makes sense to make leadership gear. And by make leadership gear, I mean crit leadership gear. It's just so hard to say what they're doing with leadership, which is really unfortunate. Like, I would love to know what to do. And due to the nature of legendary gear, like, if you craft it and you crit it and then it's irrelevant later, you're just wrecked. So the safest thing you can do is wait maybe 2 months until we see what new leadership commanders are coming into the game. And then maybe we go from there. I just don't know what to do with leadership gear. It's the change I would make to equipment, besides the changing of the probabilities, the psychology is really nice when you're crafting, would be to make it so that instead of picking what it's talented for. When you get a talent, it's just talented. It's just better. It's just the higher quality. And then you could put it on whatever commander you want and you get bonus stats, right? And the reason that just makes sense is that then you could take a talented Hope Cloak and you just put it on Trajan and it has more stats, right? I feel like that's how that should work. Yeah, I like Sargon in the open fields. I like Sargon in the open field. I found, and you can watch my live streams and you'll see that, like, yeah, sometimes my enemies run away, but more often than not, I'm actually just freaking slashing people left and right, and they're hanging out for the full duration. So I thought Sargon was really, really good. Tommy, thank you for the super chat. I'm about to start KVK Season 1. I'm a low spender. I invested a lot in the Dragon Lancer and Moto. Should I start to invest in CC? Yes. Yes. But should you invest gold heads? That's a different story. So let me explain. Double C is a really good commander, and if you're going to get him from the daily special offer, I think that's a pretty cool way to get his sculptures. But I think putting Universal Legendary Commander sculptures into Double C is going to cost you a lot down the road. That will feel really expensive to you later on. So, if you're going to low spend by picking up Double C from the daily special, that's a solid way to invest in him. Should you put Universals into him? I don't think so. I did the math on this daily special offer, and it's actually insane. Like, if you spend in the game, the daily special offer is way better than most bundles. Way better. Way better. I made a calculator for this. I can pull it up really quick. You would not believe the number of legendary commander sculptures you get from this. Right? If you buy the daily special offer... Well, I mean, let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. You can only buy dated commanders. That is true. But I mean, William's pretty good. Leo is pretty decent. He's not exactly meta. Tommy's pretty good. Guan Yu's in here. He's pretty good, right? Guan Yu's pretty good. Alexander the Great's pretty damn good. Esong's pretty good. I mean, there's some good commanders in here. Mountain Man, I sent you in your Discord. You got over 15 gold heads from it? Yeah, so... Normally in a super value bundle, chat, if you max purchase it, what do you get? You might get like 60 days of speed ups if it's a good bundle. Some resources. And maybe there's an event going on where you could exchange it for a city theme. Maybe. Maybe it's just some gold heads. 30 gold heads. Ihara, cheers. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, I hope you're doing well. I wish you and your YouTube channel all the best in 2023. For those that don't know, Ihara is a Chinese YouTuber. And that means they've got access to some pretty cool stuff, since a lot of the news and information for Rise of Kingdoms happens first in Chinese. Hey, Ward ID Chad, thank you for the 5 gifted. Let's go, man. Yo, let's get those hype emojis for Ward ID Chad with the 5 gifted. Noble Bright, HP, Sean, Gonzalo, and Noah. Congratulations. So, for the same money that it would take to max purchase a holiday bundle, you could instead get 38,500 action points, 45 days of speed ups, 77 gold keys, 346 legendary commander sculptures. Hello? 346 legendary commander sculptures on average for the same cost of max purchasing one bundle. You are right. The commanders are not as good as the other ones that are fresh. But that's why I'm suggesting that gold heads should be on those more premium commanders, right? Jadsky, I can jump in voice. I see Cortex is there with a Roro. So I'll jump into this one. What's up, dude?
What are you doing, man?
Happy New Year, man.
Hey, let's go. The gift of no Kingsland fight for New Year's Eve.
I mean, yeah. What are your plans for New Year's?
Oh, dude, we're in the same boat. I haven't seen midnight on New Year's unless I'm playing Rock in 8 years. Kids change everything.
They do. They do. We're actually setting up my kid's big kid room now. You know, she's got to graduate from the crib and graduate into a big kid room.
You get one of those cribs that automatically transforms into big kid bed?
We have one of those, but we're going to leave the nursery as is for now. And then...
okay.
And then set up a big kid room for the one we have, the Chisgule Mini.
Can't fool me.
Yeah, can't fool you. Nothing gets past you, man. So yeah, we're setting that room up. And we have a bunch of furniture arriving today. So we got, like, you know, the bed coming, the dresser's on its way. We set up the, you know, little carpet. And it's this, like, really ultra furry fuzzy carpet that she picked out, and immediately when we put that down in the room, she's like tumbling on it and all this. She loves it, man. So she's pretty hyped.
That's dynamite. That is dynamite. I'm in a weird predicament. Just weird. You know, I don't know what's going to happen with leadership. And you and I both love Trajan. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And he's just, because I've optimized all the other, in a 7-march murder ball, optimized all the other 6 marches to be fast as can be. He is so slow. It drives me crazy. I'm literally going crazy.
He is pretty slow.
And I saw one of our players do this in Arc. And it's not ideal for Arc, but it just gave me an idea. He was running Honda with Herald. And I'm like, why are you doing that? And he said, you know, Honda's got these slowdown effects when a active skill goes off, and Herald's throwing axes. Plus, the long time to generate active skill for Honda, Herald's just throwing axes the whole time. It gives the Herald more time to throw axes. And I'm like, huh. And I don't know, man. I was like, I've got this leadership gear for infantry. Do I just put it on Honda, run them with Herald, and like, that would definitely be fast enough to keep up with everything else? I mean, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, you could if you wanted to bench your Trajan, but I think Trajan's too good.
He's so good.
You've seen when we get in these fights where you're not running away. You're actually not. You're just running it down. Yeah. And you're basically duking it out until one side emerges as the winner, right? Or you're dead. Yeah. And in those situations, Trajan's too good to have, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess
he is.
It all depends on the strategy of the KVK. You know, we haven't really been on a lot of those this KVK, and typically, you know, like last KVK, 664, 306, we were doing a lot of, you know, murder ball, field fighting, getting field, that kind of thing. And that's yeah, you're right. That's where he excels. He definitely excels in that. scenario. But when you're running around trying to chase people and they're chasing you and they're city hopping, it's like Trajan's like the last guy you want to bring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it's painful.
I mean, you could always just put the epic accessory on him for the infantry march speed and call it a day. That would be a way to try to tackle that. And then I bet you he'll be more even with kind of your other marches. I know it's like not the best accessory, but accessories don't do like all that much anyways.
I think with him, it's
They
just,
do,
you're not,
but-
you know, the ring stuff with him, nah. You know, you need the accessories with him are more like right there. Yeah, horn and, and war drums. Like
Horn
let's
and
go.
drums, right. I mean, drums is pretty good. I mean, the speed sucks. I just think it's like the price of doing business with Trajan, unfortunately. It sucks.
Anyways, well, thank you for answering my question. Are we?
Well-
You're crafting. We're going Pride of the Con. We're going to try to crit this thing.
Yeah, actually. On the main account, we're going to try to crit Pride of the Con. And over here, we're going to craft Archer set chest and set gloves. Looks pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. But I do have all the same Trajan struggles that you have, by the way. As to like, do I make the gear for him? Do I not make the gear for him? You already have it. So I think you just settle into the fact that you have it. And
I got it. I got it.
enjoy your freaking uncrackable tank Trajan with all those stats.
Getting into some of the questions I saw in the chat, you know, about Sargon. I've been running the Sargon CPO, and it is so freaking good. It's phenomenal on trades, throwing down freaking stacks everywhere. I mean, it is so good. I don't think people realize. We'll get more testing, obviously, as we have bigger fights and stuff. But just from the little fights that we get here and there, bro, Sargon CPO is like, I mean.
Yeah. It's the same reason why I think you got to use the Trajan. Is like, Trajan's good in the same situation where Sargon's good, where you're not exactly running it down, but if you have a bunch of enemies that are weaker than you, kind of coming at you, oh man, they are in for a world of hurt. They just don't know what's about to happen. Let me just catch up on the chat real quick. FC, thank you for the 5 months. Burning Ruz is always in style. Hertz Gaming, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Chisgule, happy new year, bro. Can I migrate to your kingdom next KVK? You should join the migration Discord. Unfortunately, we're definitely not leaving Imperium this KVK. So, we'll be looking at migration in like 4 months from now. So we should definitely touch base closer to then because a lot can change, including whether or not we'll even be able to leave Imperium. Maybe we've achieved permanent escape velocity. I don't know if we can ever leave. Tommy H, thank you for the super chat. I had to give my daughter a queen-size bed at 2 years old. What? And yes, I haven't seen past 10:30 since she's been born. Wow. We gave her a full-size bed. So the rationale behind a full-size bed for us is that if we were like reading a book with her, we wanted to like read her a bedtime story when she's in her bed, you know, and like throw some pillows on the bed and then just sit back and read a book with her. So that's why we went with like a full instead of a twin, but a queen sounds nice.
Speaking from experience of being a large human being, that there's some advantages to that, definitely.
Yeah.
like jumping in the single with little girl. I'm just kind of like, all right, scoot over here. Let me hold the book up over here. Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Yeah. And Nipple Bear, thank you for the super chat. What would be the better KVK hammer without a crit or a set weapon with crit? Both iconic.
Set weapon, definitely. But if you're going for the meta stuff, you gotta have the hammer and you gotta keep refining it. And you just got to, if you're trying to get that. But because the Hope Cloak's so valuable and the Eternal Greaves are so valuable with the defense, the 4-piece set of helmet, gloves, boots, and shield, that's where you get your march speed. And it's almost like you'd rather have the crit. It gives you 1 more % attack having the crit shield, and then obviously you get the 4% or 4 points of attack on the iconic rather than 3 from the hammer.
Right. I mean, I would say especially if you're getting a 4-piece bonus.
Yes.
To go for that 4-piece bonus.
Yeah, I think 4-piece tips the scale there.
Yeah.
And for people that understand, we always talk about 2-piece and 4-piece bonuses. Like, here's a good rule of thumb. Cav 2-piece set is you got to get as quick as possible because it's health. The infantry 2-piece set is defense, great. The 4-piece set is 10% march speed, and you have to have that. You gotta have that. And then for archers, what is it? 6-piece set's health, and it's awesome. 6-piece set is great. You got skill damage, I think, at 4, and then health at 6, right?
Hold on, let me pull up the sets.
The
health. It's 5% health for the archer set. Yeah,
it's massive.
It's archer set's so good that you have to have both the KVK weapon and KVK helmet crit for those to be better. Which is kind of nuts.
And it's not all that much better. Like infantry, the helmet and the weapon crit is a lot better. For archers, the helmet and weapon crit it's better, but it's not that much better, especially taking into consideration the 6-piece health. I mean, it's I think Bunny has said it many times. Don't even jack with the KVK stuff. Just go full set crit and grab the 5% health.
Yeah, I mean, I'm planning to go for the KVK archer weapon and helmet, and then eventually just try to crit it. But that's going to take a lot of materials, and I can still reconsider that. But I was planning on kind of doing that.
Yeah, a good question from Nickel Bear. If it's a garrison, that's march speed isn't ideal. I mean, it's not needed unless you were trying to get to the garrison, which can be a challenge sometimes. But yeah, I see that.
It'll be for garrison. Ah, interesting. So yeah, I mean, at that point, you just look at your raw stats. Right? So, let's see here. What are the stats? Isn't it 26% on the crit?
26% on the shield crit.
Set
and
shield? Yeah, so the shield is more stats.
Shield's more stats, and then the iconic is going to be 1 more point attack.
Yeah, and if you're talking about a Xeno garrison with mixed troops, that also is kind of interesting because the shield has more stats for other troop types.
It does.
So the shield all the way in that instance. Hammer would be 25 and 5, as I recall. I'll pull that up. Yep, 25 and 5. So definitely the crit one is like way more stats.
So I saw some good views on your rally videos, kind of showing some of those different things that we saw, and I think you gave good context as to why we kept the Pakal rally going.
Yes. I would have canceled. I'm not going to lie. I would have canceled. I would have switched my civilization.
Yeah, Teddy's in your ear on the civilization.
It's weird that you really do need to choose, like, not just a troop type, but are you going to rally or garrison? And that's maybe less true in a small kingdom, but in a big kingdom like ours, you have to specialize even further. It's not that you can't do both, but you need to be optimal for one or the other. And then step out of the way when necessary for the people who are like fully kitted out to do the one thing.
And I think you're going to lead you and Jack, once Jack gets Sargon ready to go, you're going to lead the rallies easily for the infantry. And I think part of that is a component of the fact that we have some players with full crit stuff on the infantry, but a lot of those players like to garrison. They're like garrison players. That's what they like to do. And they set up their civilization for it. They kind of set things up for it. And so it allows you to go have fun and be, Captain Rally everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to swarm
Right.
garrisons, honestly. Like, I just want to swarm. That's where I'm at these days.
Oh, speaking of swarm, another thing, the Sargon CPO, fantastic swarming march. Fantastic. Like I was kind of comparing it to my Nevsky Joan, and I'm kind of like, okay. It kind of trades like that, and that's one of the best ones you can get, and so I'm
What's
guessing
weird?
Sargon.
I was mentioning this earlier. The downside of Sargon is that he guarantees like 100% uptime of the enemy's emergency protection.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
It was actually a huge downside. That I found... I realized this in part from that rally video where I was like, wait a minute, why is the damage just lower? And we just didn't see those big skill numbers that we saw with the Pakal rally. And I was like, oh... Sargon is like actually keeping nearly 100% uptime on the enemy's emergency protection. And that damage mitigation's really bad. I mean, good for them, bad for you. And I also noticed it in Canyon, where I was trying to line Sargon up against Trajan. And I was like, why is this not doing as well as I thought it would? I was like, oh. Yeah, it's the emergency protection problem all over again. So if you were really swarming something heavy, like a 12x swarm on a garrison, it doesn't matter. But for like 1 or 2 marches where you might not have had full uptime on emergency protection, it's actually kind of bad.
You got emergency protection on the support tree.
Yeah.
And it's not on the skill tree.
Right. It's just support tree.
The support, so that's your Xenos, that's your...
Xeno, Trajan, Joan...
Saladin.
Henry.
Yeah.
Those are like your Skippy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of commanders where it's like, oh god. Like Sargon is really popping off their skill damage mitigation. By the way, Hertz Gaming, thank you for the super. I'm a free-to-play player. But your comments made me stuck on rock. Fun content to watch. Cheers, dude. I really appreciate it. Okay. I think it's time to craft, actually. It's time. I think the timer ran down. Let's go. All right, first things first. We got to dismantle some gear to make this happen. Hope I did the calculations correct. Revival chest piece. Gone. Revival gloves. Gone. You've served me well. You have served me well. Continue running my max XY Nevsky or swap to Nevsky Joan 5353. You could swap. I'd say you could test it out. It's close enough that you may or may not notice a difference. The real thing is, since you have XY and Nevsky and Joan, you're going for 2 cavalry marches, right? Smeg, thank you for the super sticker. What's up, dude? All right, we're going to dismantle. Feels weird, but here we go. Revival gauntlets. You've been good to me for a long time. Confirm it. They're gone. Revival plate. Dismantle. It's gone. GG. All right, now we forge. Let's run a poll. Let's see which one we do first. Gloves or chest? Woo, look at that. 71% want to see the Dragon's Breath plate go first. Okay. Let's do it. We'll end the poll. It's exactly 69%. Okay. Toss a like on the stream for good luck, if you don't mind. I could use a little bit of luck. The first one will be crit. Here's hoping.
Oh, crab rave.
Do you want a crab rave?
I don't know. We just dropped a flag and it got swarmed and we killed the swarm. This is fun over here.
Oh,
This poor guy. This poor guy.
okay. Let's pick a song here. We go with the tried and true crafting song. I say it's tried and true, but I mean, you know, we are overdue for maybe a new song. All right, here we go. Not this one. This one. Volume goes up.
You're not too good for this, okay? You've come a long way. You got 180,000 subscribers now, or however many it is. You still got to stick to your roots, bro.
Here we go. Dragon's Breath Plate. You ready? Come on.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay.
Should we restart?
GG. It is the Oh, I got a Vanquisher pop out of that.
Hey!
Hey, I got a Vanquisher pop. Okay, hey, Vanquisher pop. I'm definitely going to buy that, but okay. Okay. GG. Tell a friend, Chisgule Gaming, crafting, getting wrecked as per usual. Tune into the stream, drop in an alliance chat. All right, now we craft the gloves. Are you ready? Dragon's Breath fan braces. Let's go. You ready? Well, time to throw some pity likes on the stream. This is the part of the stream where you throw pity likes on the stream. Hundreds of them. GG. Oh, Chadsky, thanks for the 20 gifted, bro. Jeez.
You can't do that to me. I just feel so bad. I'm just like, oh my dude.
Thanks for the gifted, man. That's very generous of you. God dang. Wow. Oh, I see Smeg got gifted. Let's go. Reza with the crystal shield. Cool. Pasta got gifted. Dude, those gifts are still coming in. Let's go equip that. Oh, another Vanquisher pop? Let's go.
Dang, bro.
My consolation prize. I didn't even know that was a thing I hadn't obtained for this yet. Figaro, thanks for the super dude. Racked. Yeah, crafting everybody. Yay. But I got the 2-piece bonus. That's nice. Now, if you haven't already, if you're in that live stream chat, you see the little shape with Chadsky's picture on it and the gift and the 20 symbol. At some point, YouTube gives you a prompt that's like, do you want to accept gifted memberships on this YouTube channel? It's kind of a weird thing. Like, wouldn't everybody want to just by default accept gifts? But apparently not. So if you tap on that little icon with Chadsky's image and the gift symbol and the 20. If you haven't already said, I would like to accept gifts from this channel, it's like allow gifts from this channel, you'll have the prompt there that you should definitely make sure you say yes to. If you've already said yes to it, then it won't show up. It'll just show the fact that he gave 20 gifts. Steven! Hey, welcome to the Honor Guard, dude. And Anomaly, welcome to the Honor Guard. Welcome back, I should say. Dude, let's drop those hype emojis for all these new members. Dang. Dude, let's go. Chadsky, thank you again for your generosity. I appreciate it, dude.
Oh, good, bro. Thanks for the content. You got 8 pieces of legendary mats. That's, I mean, you're halfway to a refine on gloves, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, on this account, I think I'm on the craft new plan more than the refine plan, you know, for fielding. But I'm like getting to the point where I'll have to start thinking about refining soon, which is kind of cool. I'm going to set a timer. Timer for, let's call it 35 minutes. I don't want to forget these are here, because I'm going to switch back to the main account now, and we got some crafting to do. In fact, let me do this. Let's see here. I'm going to open up my iPad so I can buy these suckers on the side here. And to do that, I think I'm logged into my main account on my iPad right now. So I gotta switch that over. So many new people? Yeah, man, let's freaking go. Okay. Boom, and now I can switch over to the main account, because the main event is upon us. Ooh. Had a troop come home. You can join one of these Barb Fort rallies. I feel like it'd be pretty rude to join this rally from really far away. I'll just go to the main. All right. How many members do I have right now? I don't know offhand. But it is just about time to refine Pride of the Khan. Sargon and the Garrison, I haven't tested it yet.
Dude, doesn't subscriptions kind of scale up pretty good? Like, it wasn't very long ago you were at 100,000. Now you're at 183. I'm 250. Yeah, like that's 2023 goals. Like, let's go.
You know, the rate of subscriber gain really changes around, and I haven't figured it out entirely yet. But a big part of my rate of subscriber gain is how popular Rise of Kingdoms is.
Mm.
So I think this month, let me check here. For subscribers, I had 3,500 new subs this month, which is pretty cool. Actually, that's in 28 days. A month would be slightly more. So, and that's a really good month. I think part of the reason that the subscriber count was so high this month was because all of the commander testing and we're in KVK. That's just like a huge boon of subscribers every time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just like so many people sub during KVK and for new commanders. But I think normally I would expect to gain like 2K subscribers a month. Can I open up automatic subtitles? Unfortunately, there's not anything I can do. I really would love if I could say to YouTube, please prioritize subtitling my video in these languages and do it automatically, but it doesn't do that. In fact, I have to manually go in every time I want there to be subtitles and get them on there for every language, which is just weird. Like, they should just automatically do that if a channel hits certain thresholds for viewership, I think. Refine the helmet. Indeed, it is time. Refine. Oh, God. I'm kind of anxious. I don't know. We have an 11% chance of winning the refine. And a 30% chance of a plus 50, which is pretty good. But 59% chance of getting wrecked is pretty steep. All right, chat, are you ready? We run this song back. We pause that one. Crank the volume. Swing it back to the song. Here we go. Gotta line it up. Someone in chat said 25 reasons to be excited for the new year. Chi-Chi. Oh, God. Okay, chat, are you ready? Here we go. This is it, chat.
Let's go.
Here we go. Refining Pride of the Khan. Okay.
What'd it do? I'm sorry.
Plus 50.
Okay. So you're almost
okay.
There.
Okay. I'll take it.
That's a hard one. 50, going from 25 to 75. That's like really rare. That's like really rare.
Yeah. It was a 30% chance to have that outcome. I'll take that. Next KVK I talented. Figaro, thank you for the 10 gifted. Yo, let's go.
Did you already buy the blueprints for that? This KVK?
I did.
Do it again?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. You got the 30 million kills? You had to have.
I did get my 30 mil.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I got there.
A lot of players who didn't get 30 mil.
I know. I mean, I played pretty freaking hectic when that pass opened. I was running around into situations I probably should not have been in, taking trades that are worse than I normally would to just, like, really get into some fights. But I did get there on my 30 mil. Dude, I wasn't even sure I'd get to like 15 or what is it? Yeah, 15 for the iconic crystal. I was like, oh my God, I might not even get the iconic crystal this KVK. So I went freaking ham. Yeah, really. I really went insane on some people.
I'm a little fat right now on the main account. Eesh, that Zenith, bruh.
Yeah, you're looking good, man. Looking thick.
Too fat.
I lost a fair amount of infantry from that rally on my city, the multiple rallies that I took. And it was the infantry that all died, actually. Because Hospital filled up with the troop types that had less stats on them, which was all my other troop types. Plus, I have the Vikings, so those have more base stats to begin with. So it's a good thing I had overtrained on infantry, because now I'm back to even on troop types.
It's getting ready to get weird, really weird, because I think the meta garrison right now appears. I mean, we do have some rock paper scissors going on, but like Targon is going to be amazing, and then Tonic and Pakal. Okay. With that, your Xenoflav is the counter. I mean, that's the best way to at least mitigate bad trades. And And then you're going to get a little, I think you're going to get a little bit of Gilgamesh in there. Anytime you see a Xeno flag, it just makes sense. Go Gilgamesh. And then, so you get a little rock, paper, scissors. But just overall, garrisoning a bunch of stuff, rallying a bunch of stuff, especially the more players that get taught it, expertise. We're going to go through a ton of infantry. Like a ton.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And what's crazy is I know players inherently, just the natural evolution of your account and your players and all that stuff, because they give you good infantry commanders right off the bat, most players come out into SOC from the first 3 KVKs with inherently more infantry troops. You just do. Everybody does. Even if you're a CAV player, you've got as many infantry. And I think it's good because we did not have a problem filling up that rally of yours at all. And
oh yeah, we were cruising.
You just have no problems.
Yeah.
People have so many infantry, and honestly, because everybody is diversifying their marches, they're not running 3, and some of them aren't running 2 infantry marches. They have so many troops, they're just going to dump them in. Like, just go, I haven't used these infantry in 6 KVKs. Here, have them.
I am definitely going to need to train more infantry, though. Here's my archer gear, for the person who's asking. So if you look at the total stats, by the way, we were talking about this earlier with the archer KVK stuff. It's 26% with a crit set bow. And another 14.5%.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's a good, bro.
And that's just from the set helmet.
That's a lot of stats. That's a lot of stats.
Yeah. Okay, so you got the 26 plus 14.5 plus the 5% set bonus. So 45.5% of stats there. If you were to crit the weapon and helmet for the archers, you'd be looking at 32.5 plus 19.5. So 52% of stats. It's still definitely more stats.
You go to that question mark and you can see all your stats, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just doing the math, though, on the helmet and weapon specifically together.
Yep.
For the 2 set pieces versus the 2 KVK pieces crits.
Why is your offlane so good? That's why.
What's that?
I said, why is your offlane in Canyon so good? That's why. With Richard.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, my Richard's kind of thick over here. I'd love to get this KVK weapon off of him, but I don't know. I haven't decided how I want to do that yet.
Good conversation going on in the chat, just about infantry and are they good for open field. Here is what, me personally, here's what I found, and I think it's pretty common in 254. Number one, because the kingdom we play in is so much more attack focused. Like, we go all in. But here's a weird dynamic that's happened just with Guan. It used to be if you ran a Guan Alex, that's like the first thing that's getting targeted. The first thing people must answer, gotta go get that off the field. What has happened over time with Boudica, with Scipio, with Nevsky, with Joan, with these, new age, what do we call them, Gen 6 commanders. Guan is now not targeted nearly as quickly.
No, like yeah.
If I'm going toe-to-toe with an account that looks just like mine, boom, I'm hitting the Nevsky as fast as I can. I'm hitting the Boudica as fast as I can. Guan is like an afterthought. And so here's what happens. Guan Alex, Leo got a lot of value. And he's still great. And it's a great balance for Guan Leo. But Leo brought a lot of value when Guan was targeted so much and so often. Well, now that the focus is shifting away as far as what you target, you can hide that Alex back behind Guan, and it's not targeted nearly as often. So what that allows you to do, if you're talking infantry for open field, and you're going to get Sargon and put him with Skippy, and you're going to get Guan with Alex, those are two punchy, crazy marches, and really, really good, really good. And so, and then you can swap in your Leo for Alex if you want to be a little bit more tanky, if you're seeing your Guan's getting melted first. But I'm just telling you, if you're rolling Nevsky, if you're rolling Boudica, your Guan's not going to get targeted first. It's just not going to happen. So that's, I think with Sargon, infantry has finally gotten to a point to where it's the two field marches you can really do with infantry are really good. They're punchy, they're prickly, they're really, really good. They do everything you want them to do.
Yeah, it is remarkable how Guan used to just be unusable. Not unusable, but like really focused down with the Alex before. And you felt like you had to use Leo or you were going to get dumpstered, kind of. I felt that way. I don't know. I felt like my Alex with Guan would just like get wrecked just from taking some skill damage off to the side even. But now that it's just so free to hit whatever you want and not really get focused, that's pretty good.
And for those of us Leo lovers, I mean, at least puts the thought in our mind, like, man, we can get a little bit more punch because my Guan is the last thing on the field. Like, nobody's even hitting this thing. And so it's just weird how the dynamic has changed a little bit. It'll be interesting on the museum if and when, we've been talking about it for months now, but if and when they do the Alex buff, what that gives you. And then I think Guan Leo really comes back into play.
Yeah. Someone in the chat asked, how do you get 7 marches? Season of Conquest Crystal Technology. Seasonal Olympia ends this week. Man, I haven't done like any Olympia. I'll be honest. Now I'm picking up my Vanquisher Pops, by the way. The other thing that's kind of weird is that, like, yeah, you can keep investing in new commanders, but you kind of don't need to. There are some commanders that are really, 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 really good that you have to get. But once you've already got a meta murder ball, as new commanders come out, like, you may or may not even need to, like, add new commanders to it for a while. You know? Like, my restart account is almost there. Once I get...
Well, yeah, especially you get the museum buffs with Alex and Saladin. I mean,
right.
You don't want to... I mean, it's just not worth it. Like... If they give anything, especially if they give a little more punch to Saladin, like, he's going to have some legs. I mean, we're going to see Saladin William marches rolling out there, I think, a year from now, and it's still viable.
You really don't need to work on commanders like you used to. It's pretty wild. Yeah, lets people save sculptures. Yeah, like my restart, like, yeah, I worked on Sargon. And I'm going to expertise him after I make a video about 5550 versus expertise. But, like, I don't know. I'll have Guan and Sargon. I'll have Trajan and Skippy, Alex and CJ. I won't pair them exactly like that. Boudica and Esong, and then Nevsky and Joan. Like,
rock and roll.
A new commander that comes out has to be really, really good for me to consider putting sculptures into them. Like, I just don't need to think about sculptures this much anymore. I just need to keep doing equipment. I gotta hammer the equipment.
And I think this is a good segue to talk about, players who are coming through. You're in K2, you're in K3, you're building your account. Like, Lilith is putting in some mechanisms to grab the stickiness, if you will, for players not to get the SOC and, oh my gosh, I'm so far behind, I'm just gonna quit. And Chisgule, I don't know if you noticed this, but I did when you were running your stream, and then I was doing a lot of those team draws for the Christmas event.
Yeah.
Did you notice how many young players there were? I mean, it was insane. It was,
Oh, yeah.
you know, Martell's
Yeah.
popping up, CC's popping up, Mehmed's. I mean, all these people who are picking commanders they can only pick if they're preseason of Conquest. And it was like overwhelmingly. And it made me feel good about kind of the health of the game because I think they're loading up new servers all the time with new players coming into the game. And I think it's good for your channel. And this is what the chat has to understand. There is no stupid question, okay? I mean, you've got experienced players that obviously are going to watch your streams and chat with you. If anybody tries to kind of make fun of you or anything, don't listen to that nonsense. Like if you got a Richard question, if you got a Martell, if you got a Bybars question, like throw it in there. Like we all want players to have fun in this game, and we want new players to experience the new stuff, and it is yes, we want to be good stewards of that because we want the game to continue to have fun.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I can just look at my beginner guides and have a good sense of like how healthy is the game right now. If my beginner guides are getting a lot of views, then the game is probably doing decently.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually when views go down on those guides that I get a little worried. That said, I am overdue for making some new beginner's guides. I'll be honest. I'm waiting for a few things to really, pardon me, like come through. Like, I'm not going to make a new beginner's guide video, given that we've got the formation system about to sort of happen, maybe, possibly, who knows when. So I'm going to wait until that's actually hit before I start to look at that. But I am logging now into my account that has access to the formation system. Let me fire this up real quick. So,
Jonathan, those 4 marches are good, man. Ron Alex, Charles Skippy, Ramses, YSG, Saladin, 551, and then William 55. That's great. Good job. Especially if you're just now getting into SOC, if your account's growing. Those are decent marches. A Charles Skippy march is not bad at all. At all. You know,
no, it's
not.
For
a growing account.
Yeah. So this account is in KVK Season 2. And this is the state forum where you can get armaments. And every day you can do this travel function. Spends AP and it gives you some random rewards, including maybe some armaments. If you're lucky. I like how they show you the rarest rewards first, but I guess they just want to get you hyped up for it. So you just smash the travel button. And you start getting these things. Now, this is a pretty junky armament, actually. You just dismantle this one. Or recycle it, as it were. Damage to barbs, cavalry defense, and siege unit attack. Nope. I got stone. Dude, they could at least give you more stone than one 7,500 token. Like, come on. Gold gathering, archer health, siege unit defense. Pretty bad. You would shred that one. Another one. Siege unit health, cavalry attack, infantry defense. You would shred that. I mean, I think the intention that they had was like just straight up slot machine as can be. All these random attributes. March speed for siege, infantry attack, and siege unit health. You would trash that too. Ultra, thank you for the super chat. Do you have Sargon maxed? Do you have to have Sargon maxed? I think yes. I think you really want to have him maxed. But I'm going to do a video probably next week where I explore that more. But due to the sort of nature of how odd stacks work and how you want the 4th skill to trigger so you get more skill damage and shielding, I think you really want to have him expertised. I would not try to stop, unlike William, where you could stop and that would be fine. I don't think you want to do that on Sargon. 3,000 gold. A penny for my travels. All right, there's a Sage's Testimony. That's what you need to level up this building. Ooh, this was almost a good one. Infantry health, infantry defense, archer attack. This was close. Research speed.
Yeah, I'll take the infantry health and defense. Let's go.
I know. I have a couple, though, where all 3 stats are for the right troop type, which is pretty good. Troop load, cavalry attack, infantry health. GG. You trash that one. More Sage's testimony. Wood.
You mentioned this. You can recycle those, right?
Yeah, you recycle them. So now I got a good one.
Ooh.
Now I got a good one. They put you in a chat sequence, which I'll be honest, I'm not trying to be rude when I say that chat sequences I find to be the most annoying thing in the world. I'm like, bro, don't waste my time.
I think they should. I always like to hear the voices, what they actually sound like.
Maybe if I turn on my volume, I would hear what they sound like.
Because sometimes they don't have the original voice of the commander that, like, you know, when you're in the field with them, you hear their voice and their voice.
Right.
They have like a different voice for the chat sequences. Like Charlemagne was comical.
Oh God.
It was good.
Oh, that was almost good. That was almost really good. 1.5% all damage, 1.1% cavalry defense, 1% infantry attack. That's almost really good. For the hollow square formation, well, it's kind of a trash formation. That was almost a really good one. And it's got the history of what you got over here. But if you want to see, like, I have some good armaments in here. God, I need to, like, there's so many. You need to be able to, like, favorite them or something. And some of these even came with inscriptions, which is insane. Let's see here. I've got a few that are just like 100% stats to the right thing. That one's new. That's not it. It's close. I think they might have actually been blue. They were blue quality. Oh, there it is. Cav health, cav defense, cav attack. That's the sort of thing you want. You just push the recycle button over here if you want to recycle. Some of this is pretty dumb. Like, this has march speed for cavalry and march speed for siege. Bro, you just recycle that. Oh! This is a really good one. Dang. This is a really good one. Cavalry defense, cavalry march speed, cavalry health, and a hardy inscription with another 2.5% health. That's a good one. Sheesh. Unfortunately, it's for a trash formation. Really, the only formation that matters is the skill damage formation. Like, the other ones will be interesting, but it's really hard to get armaments you want for some of these other formations. What else do we have? Oh, that's all. That's a siege one. Look at the gathering formation over here. All right. Gathering armament. Oh, this is another gathering armament, I guess. Siege unit health, siege unit defense, siege unit attack. But it's for wedge formation. It's for the skill damage one. So weird. Yeah, the loot slot machine is super, super, super real. I have a few others. That one's almost good. All damage, cavalry attack, archer defense. And you'd use it for the all damage. Probably for a while, actually. You get a lot of these things, damn. You have to recycle them or you're going to go freaking insane just having these all in your inventory.
Now, it was interesting. I don't know if Petty mentioned it on the stream, but he was on voice and he was talking a little bit about something with, you know, they released the formation stuff on the Chinese servers, and I didn't know if you even wanted to broach that or anything, but I think that they're trying to just do some kind of refining pardon the pun, of the formations and kind of how you get them and all that stuff. Because I think that, I mean, they can be so powerful, like you say, so powerful. And I think the concern is that there might be a little bit of discrepancy there between, you know, the gap with pay to win going. And so,
yeah, my understanding is that, like, to the surprise of literally no players, the spenders who went absolutely ham on armaments were just god tier in the field. And it was ruining the experience of other players, as I understand. But I don't know for sure. This is all just rumor. But that was, like, surprising to literally no player. And so I don't know what the developers changed, but they did change something about armaments. And the rumor I have heard is that all new armaments generated are now at a lower power level. But if you already had all your armaments, my understanding is that they weren't changed. But I don't know for sure. This is all just rumor, and I'm really hesitant to spread rumors without having confirmation, right?
Well, I mean, one thing we can comment on is when you talk about the inscriptions and the armaments. I mean, Chisgule, you and I were going through some of that stuff. I mean, when you got stuff that's as powerful or twice and 3 times as powerful as legendary accessories, that's like, that is god tier.
Yeah, right. The inscriptions, like, all you had to do was get some of those really good inscriptions, and my god. So Black Panther, hopefully that answers your question. I'll show you something else that covers that too, but this armament's really good. Infantry defense, infantry march speed, all damage. Hello, baby. Yes, I want that in my life. So this shows you the sort of range of things. Ooh, that's a good one. Archer attack, defense, and health. Yeah, like, you'd get that, you'd be really happy. So yeah, my thoughts on the armaments is that it's just a lot of slot machine. Cavalry, defense, health, and march speed. You'd be really happy to have that one too. You really need to be able to favorite some of these. This is kind of nuts. I don't know how I'll ever find the ones I want. Because I've only had this for a couple weeks, and it's already like, holy cow, I have a lot of them. But they did send out a mail. We noticed that the performance of armaments in battles exceeded what was intended in the design. Again, like, any player looking at the inscriptions could have told you this was going to happen. To fix this issue, we've adjusted the attribute generation of armaments. So I read that as we have adjusted the attribute generation. So new armaments generated are weaker, as I understand it. This adjustment will be effective starting the 29th. At the same time, we will reopen traveling and dispatch and offer the formation choice chest. So I don't know if that means that you can still get inscriptions when you get an armament, or if they just made it so that, like, armament generation is just weaker. I don't know, man. I don't know. And here was the mail they sent where they were like, we're taking armaments out for a bit, sorry. And they didn't take armaments out. They actually took your ability to get armaments out. According to the performance of the formation system and armaments in fights, we've decided to make some adjustments. So they just paused the ability to acquire the armaments. You will still be able to use armaments you already own. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, I'm needed by a pass to swarm a pass. Most kingdoms don't have this stuff yet. It's like a small number of kingdoms where they're trialing this in KVK Season 2. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. 2K are going to pass 8. That's hilarious. Did they really? Oh, they're here. Chadsky. Oh, Chadsky. Oh, Chadsky's not in here. Might want to unbubble. You got work to do. Oh. They're going for it. They actually poured it in. I guess to fight these guys. Oh, there it is. There it is. I could go to help, but at the same time, we got a lot of people that are like really thirsty for kills, and I already have my 30 million. So, like, I could go, but I also want the people who need the kills to have their opportunity. Do you see what I mean? How long till this opens? 22 seconds? These guys are probably going to get the pass, actually. Let's see what happens here, chap. I can stop that timer that just went off because I've already purchased my... what's it called? I already purchased my Vanquisher Pops. Dude, I'm so hyped for those Vanquisher Pops. More materials means more equipment. Let's go. This song is called What It's Like by Subtract. Oh boy. Oh, they're starting to swarm it. You gotta swarm the swarmers. Go, 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 go. You gotta go. You gotta go. You're gonna be late. It's too late. It's too late. Gotta go. Go, 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 go. You're too late. You gotta go. Swarm the swarmers. You're too late. You're too late. I think it was 100% preventable to let these guys get rewards on the pass, which I think they're going to get. But I think we could have prevented this pretty easily. We might still prevent it, but I'm not sure. Get the people on the pass. You got to get the people on the pass. Oh! Ah, they're not gonna get it! Dude. Insights from 2K. No sweat off our backs. Okay. Oh, man. I thought these guys were getting this pass for sure. I did not think that this was going to be something they could stop. And the other thing is, I don't think these guys are going to babysit this pass for the next 10 hours or whatever. I think it's just a matter of time before they get this pass. How would that how would that go differently? I guess we would need to take this pass, which is happening, and then build flags all the way through to the other side. That's how it would have to happen. Are people in 2K still really happy with the choices that were made around this KVK? To like fight in Zone 5 instead of Kingsland? Is that a thing people are still happy with? I mean, I'd just be kind of curious. Roro says they will say yes. I don't know. I don't want to reignite the drama. But, like... we said that a 7-day Kingsland fight will be really fun. Instead, we got what we got over here. Change the streaming title? I mean, I did craft. Should I mean, is this even worthy of changing the streaming title to call it Kingsland Opens? I mean, what is this for a Kingsland opening? We're gonna get literally every single pass to Kingsland. We're gonna get literally every pass to Kingsland, I think. What's going on here? Oh, jeez. Oh, God. I mean, I appreciate that these guys are trying to get it. Did I crit Pride of the Con? No, but I got a plus 50, which is not so bad. Roro says we need all the passes for the gems and teleports. Honestly, the fact that we had very little fighting this KVK basically sets me up for having a lot of resources for a long time. Like, I might have needed another farm, but now I'll hit escape velocity on resources for a while, I think. I'll be set up for a really big fight if needed. Those teleports will be so useful. Bro, we need like half a dozen random ports on these things. Then we're really talking. 1 pass? Oh my God. 2 passes? 3 passes? 4 passes? 5 passes? That's actually a ton of teleports. I'm low on food that's open, but I didn't open like any tokens this KVK. Like, I opened 0 tokens. I am in a very good spot for resources compared to how I normally would be at the end of a KVK. Oh man. I mean, I think including the resources I spent to train troops, I think I spent less than 10 million resources this KVK, including troop training in total. I want to say way less than 10 million. It's like 2 million food, 2 million wood, 1 million stone, not even a million gold, or a billion, sorry. 2 billion food, 2 billion wood. Yeah, I spent like 7 billion resources this KVK. That is so low for me. That is so low. Where'd all those messages go? For the... They go here? Are they in report? They just all disappear? Weird. Yeah. 7 billion resources for 30 million kills. And I trained 10 million power. Like, that's insane. Yeah, I traded really well. Not gonna lie. But you can see my resources, like, before the fighting and after the fighting. There were maybe some more resources that I spent. Hold on. I don't think I included my Zone 5 fight in that calculation. I don't think that included Zone 5. It's probably closer to 10 billion. It's probably the 10 billion number. Chavsky's is over here, having a good time. So now, we popped Craftsman. Where are we going? Dude, this is the weirdest Kingsland entry I've ever had. So we build here and then down through here. And then we take this pass. And then, are these guys even building? Like, okay. They're slow building in the Kingsland. Next Zenith prediction? Probably an open field theme. Aren't we overdue? We still need this one. So we have 1, 2, 3 more passes worth of rewards we can get. I mean, this isn't bullying. They actually chose this. This was like their choice. It's definitely not bullying. We said you guys really should ally up and 3v1 us, or we think we're gonna really dominate. And they were like, no, thank you. We don't want to do that. And it was like, okay, then it's free for all. And then here we are. I mean, I'm like not even. Like, that's actually what happened. That's not, like, my opinion. That is, like, the play-by-play of what happened. We said this would happen. They said we're doing it anyways. We're going to do what we want to do. And then it happened. Like, that's what... Well, this is just the sequence of events. But if you look over here, like, they had a big fight in this zone. This is what they wanted. Okay, they had their fight. They had their fight. And that was the end of the KVK. Like, that was it. This whole war camp decided they weren't even going to defend this zone. Thankfully, 2K was like, well, we're defending this zone. So we had some stuff to do. And that was fun. I thought it was fun. And these guys said, well, we're playing this KVK. They can do what they want. We're going to play this KVK. So they built in this zone, and we had fun. I don't know. I mean, they are allowed to make their choices, and I hope they had fun. Oh, here comes an Atoll Takeda rally. Oh, man. Yeah, knocked out. I agree. Like, the Kingsland fight would have been like a 5 to 7 day affair, I think. It's like eating a dessert that spoils your dinner. It's like a really apt metaphor, I feel. You could have just waited to have dinner and then have dessert, you know? Jay Lee, thank you for the super chat. How long 200 days heal speed last in KVK 1? Garrison Rally Field Fight. I have 10 million T5s. Woo! Worth it to change to Ottoman or France for the healing speed bonus? Okay, so if you're field fighting with 5 marches, and you're a whale, which it sounds like you are, I would use your alliance currency. I'd go to the alliance shop, ideally, and use a Civ swap token. If your alliance will provide that to you, if you think you're going to do a lot of fighting. And 200 days of healing speed is pretty good, but I typically go through like a year worth of speed ups at least in healing in a KVK. But KVK 2, it's, you know, hard to say how much fighting you're going to get. But if you think you're going to get some good fighting, I would probably switch to Ottoman, since you rally, garrison, and field fight. 5% skill damage is really good for rally and for garrison. And if what you really want to do is focus just on rallying, you go Arabia or you go Egypt. But if you're going to garrison and you're going to rally and you need to be versatile and do everything really well, Ottoman is just really wicked. I would do that. Since you're rallying and garrisoning, though, I wouldn't go France. If you were pure fielding, I think France would be fair. But you're not pure fielding. Besides which, 5% march speed and 5% skill damage is pretty damn good for fielding, too. Oh, KVK 1? Same thing. It's the same thing. All the same guidance is still relevant. But I appreciate the correction there. The only thing that would be maybe a little bit different is, like, depends on how much you're planning to use Martel to garrison. Right? That doesn't do skill damage. But you're probably pairing with a commander that does skill damage, right? So I'd still say Ottoman's really good. $10 million T5s for KVK1. Sounds nice, man. Woo! You're gonna have a good time. Skull's lucky coin can be worn by archers. Yes, it can. I don't think you really want to make a coin unless you are garrison captaining an Ark of Osiris specifically. For Osiris League, I bet on the overdogs. Kind of a lame choice, but that's what I did. So that's 1v and 60 GT. Man, I think they're going to win. What? Chadsky's over here? Oh, that's not Chadsky. That's Vic. Okay. I was like, how is Chadsky in both places? I guess I could teleport into Kingsland and be like, haha, I'm in Kingsland. That's kind of GG. Jay Lee, cheers. Happy New Year, dude. Oh, my. So yeah, Kingsland, everybody. The exciting conclusion. God. Todic, thank you for the 13 months, dude. Guan Leo is still good, but I don't think you should invest in Leo. Hold on. If you have Leo, you should use him. But I think you should invest in other commanders other than Leo now. He's good power level, but not a good investment because there's other really good commanders that I think will last longer. KVK helmet plus KVK weapon, or set helmet plus set weapon for cavalry open field. If you're not going to go for crits and you're just going to craft them, then I would say KVK helmet and weapon are better. If you're gonna go for crits on the set items, but not on the KVK items, then the set items will be better. But if you're gonna go for crits on the KVK items, then that will be better than crits on the set items. I know that's like a lot of information. All you need is one crit on a KVK item to be better than crits on the set items. But if you have no crits on the KVK items, and you have 2 crits over here, then I think the set's better. Yeah, I need to finish the Cow Croc, but it like doesn't even matter. Like I have 7.6 million crystals in max tech. Like I'll get to it. But you are right, I do need to do it. Boudica 5531 as a primary with Esong. Yep, that's the way to do it. Boudica Esong in that order. You want the skill damage taken debuff to apply first. And then you hit him with the big AoE. I suppose I could help build flags. ... Oh, it's already full. I don't know. Abe's in there building flags. Sargon or Guan? I don't know, chat. What do you think? Sargon or Guan? I'd steer toward Guan. It's kind of hard to say. If you swarm garrisons, I think Sargon is really good, actually. All right, pulls up. I'm still for field. I'm on the Guan plan, I think. Wait a minute. Poll's not up. Hello? I pushed ask community. Where'd it go? There it is. Who should I put with William? I use XY William and Joan Nevsky together. That's the best way to run it. 87% on Guan. Dang. Well, I mean, there you go. There you go. You're on the Guan plan too? Yeah, easier since you have him. How's my day so far? It's going great, man. This stream's been really fun. We hung out with Chadsky. We did some crafting. I did get a plus 50 on my Helm of the Khan. Pride of the Khan. So next KVK, I get the guaranteed crit on this bad boy, which is pretty lit. And I made an archer set for my restart. That was cool. Oh, F5 just reached the 30 mil. Congratulations. For New Year's Eve, the game plan is to hang with my mom. So, you know, I think it's nice to spend time with family. And you know, this is going to sound kind of lame if you're like, I don't know, in your teens or early 20s, and you're just, you know, you're going to live forever or whatever. But I'll say it like this. Like, the reality is that we aren't around forever. And, you know, like, you should spend time with your family while they're still here. So, we're going to enjoy some time with my mom. And it should be good. No, man, family's everything. Sounds nice. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like I'm being awkward. I'm trying to avoid, like, kind of being a downer, but, like, not everybody knows. But I did stream about this a couple years ago. But a couple years ago, my father died to cancer, which sucked. And he was on this, like, amazing recovery trajectory, and then, like, he just suddenly passed. And so, like, yeah, we're going to hang on New Year's with my mom, in part because, like, during COVID, like, we're all being super cautious. So, like, she'd be alone if we weren't hanging out with her, but also because we want to spend time with her, you know? I feel like I should have just gone straight for it instead of maybe dancing around it. So there I was going straight for it. So life is short. Enjoy your family. That's what we're doing tonight. I feel like the best blog I've ever read is by, well, it's from this channel, I guess, website called Wait But Why. And they did a graph illustrating like how much time you have spent with your parents and how much time you will spend with your family and parents. And by the time you have left the house to go to college, you've spent like, I don't know what it was, like 80% of the time you're going to have with your family. It's already happened. It's really crazy. So anyways, enjoy some time with your family. It's important. Here, ooh. This rally is slicing up that pass, man. Oh my god. How does this have 19 stacks of debuff? How's that even possible? Note, I'm really sorry to hear that. That's really difficult. Tim Urban has a good TED Talk about procrastination. Oh, that sounds good. Are you getting all the Crusader achievements? I am. I got my 30 mil kills. And, dude, you know what's really crazy? Hold on. If you look at this, we're going to take out one other camp's Crusader Fortress. We're going to take out two other camp's Crusader Fortresses. Are there any other ones? We're definitely getting both of those. So there's 2 coins. We're going to get the Zig. There's 3 coins. But we got a lot of coins coming our way. On Joe Nevsky, you'd put Ringhorn, ideally. And there's my 30 mil kills. Congratulations, William. MVP on Champions of Olympia. Good job. Oh, wow. Knocked out. Your dad's recovering out of chemo. And cancer-free. Hope it's 100%. Yeah, man. I mean, this advice will sound weird to anyone who's like, nah, my parents are healthy. They'll live forever. But, like, you may want to actually just, like, record a video with your parents where you ask them, like, their perspective on things. You know, and ask them about their life story and to just have a recording of it. I think you would find that, I would find that to be really invaluable. Sit down and, like, record their story. Get it on video. Jay Lee, thank you for the super chat. I have many expertise equipment, KVK1, Cavalry, and Infantry. None are legendary accessories. Where should I put my iconic crystals? So, I don't think there's a bad place you can put iconic crystals, really, when it comes to your equipment. But I would... The only thing that I think would be a mistake would be to spread them out across a bunch of different sets of armor. So I think you should pick... Sounds like you're doing Cavalry and Infantry. Start with one of those and move all in. That's what you should do. So, when I was working on my iconics... I started with this set. Nope. Nope, that's not it either. Hold on. This set. Nope, that's not it either. Hold on. Wow, I really switched my gear around for a lot of things in the past week. Oh my god. There it is. So I moved all in on one fully iconic set. That's where you start. Now, you don't have any legendary accessories. I would have said start with your accessories. The reason you want to start with your accessories is that, like, hey, if you're doing infantry or you're doing cavalry, like, you could move those around and they're good for both. But since you don't have legendary accessories, pick one set of armor and move all in. And then when that's done, you move all in on the next one. That way, when you rally or you garrison with that troop type, it's just wicked. That's the goal. Oh, wow. Salty cornflakes. Sorry to hear that, dude. Also, Surf Rock. Man, that's really tough. Yeah, never take the time with your family for granted. It's, like, really easy to do that. But, you know, when you're with your family, like, put away the phone. Like, really spend the time with them. Is Beer and Ironside good? In the early game, yeah. By the time you get to KVK Season 4, you're going to want to move to Legendaries. And you'll do that with a building right over here called the Museum. And even if your Legendary is not Expertise, like even just 5-5-1-1 on a Legendary with the Museum buff is going to be really good. You'll get there. Okay. I think these guys are just going to swarm down some rallies. How do I feel about war drums? I'm really torn. People keep saying they're really good. And I even made a pair of war drums on my restart account to, like, see for myself how good are they. And I like haven't found a way to prove how good they are or are not. But if you do the raw math on, like, what is it? A 33% chance to trigger 50 rage, right? So it's 50 rage every 3 turns on average. That's 16 2/3 rage per second. It doesn't really work that way, but bear with me, okay? Whereas the war drums are 150 rage, but that happens every 13 seconds, I believe it was. What's the internal cooldown on drums? It is 3 seconds. Right. So that's 11.5 rage per second. The buff stacks on war drums. Can you tell me what you mean by that? Because you're still impacted by the restriction. Right? You're still impacted by the restriction on 220 rage per turn. 2 war drums stack. But when you say it stacks, like you're saying if 2 war drums trigger on the same turn, you would get 100 rage for each march that got the buff. Assuming they landed on the same 3 marches, right? But you're still constrained to the limit of 220 rage per turn. All extra rage is wasted. So, I mean, the thing that I like about war drums on Trajan is that Trajan's just there to buff other marches anyways. So you either put a dagger or a web or a war drums on your Trajan, and I think that's pretty good. What if you were a menace and used XY Joan with horn and war drums for infinite rage? I think you're just going to get more damage with a ring, though. Like on a march like XY, you really want the damage from the ring, I think. Cavalry Discord talks about it a lot. I'd definitely be interested in seeing more information on it. I do think that having lots of rage is really powerful. And it could be that the question is not, should you make horn and war drums? Or I said that wrong. The question is not, should you make horn or war drums, but should you make horn and war drums, maybe? But I still think Ring of Doom is pretty good. I don't know. Maybe the answer all along has been war drums plus horn. Cav percent... Oh, 10% cav defense better than 5% skill damage. If you use mixed marches, I think you're better off with the 5% skill damage. But if you're rallying or garrisoning with calves, I would say definitely go for the 10% defense. Kingsland is open. We have all 8 passes for Kingsland soon. Yeah, that happened. Dagger is fine on Herald. I think generally with Dagger and Web, you want it to be on a march that goes really fast. Yeah. People are asking about why we have all 8 passes. The TLDR on that one is that when we came into this KVK, we said all 3 war camps should probably ally against us to make it a fair fight. And they said, no, we don't want to do that. And so then this was the outcome. That's like the short version of the answer. So now we're getting all 8 passes. That is a very abbreviated tale. It's actually far more complex. Best civilization for infantry? Fielding? I like France, or you could also do Viking. These days I kind of lean France. I'm really hesitant to recommend France in some ways, because I think most people really don't field fight enough. Like, they think they do, but they probably don't. Like, if you're not getting 30 million kills, you probably don't need to be France. You know? You might just be better served with something like Ottoman. March speed, skill damage, really good. Viking is the best for garrisoning, in my opinion. You'll have people say Ottoman is better, and they might be right. For KVK Season 2, I mean, honestly, like, for most accounts that are building up, assuming that you still have your... Or rather, I guess I should say, assuming that your buildings are mostly done... Right? Like, Germany for the troop training speed is really good. If you think you're going to have a lot of fighting, I think Ottoman is generally the answer. Chadsky here is just off territory. He's not even worried about it. Lilith wants Siege to be the next meta with Armaments. I don't know about that. After I get T4, what should be my priority? VIP 14. It's a long goal, but it's a good one. Those gold heads, baby. Real good. Your maintenance gold heads are very worth. VIP 12 is pretty good too. That's a good spot. Let me get a look here. 12 is when you jumped up to 2 gold heads, right? Yeah, 12 is a good spot too. Then after you get your VIP 14, I think the goal's to get to T5. And probably what you end up doing is during more than gems, you just spend probably all your gems on VIP. That's how most people are doing it. Are Cavs better than Infantry in Season of Conquest? Cavs better than Infantry in Season of Conquest. I mean, I think the fair answer would be yes. Like, XY Joan and Nevsky and William are just too good. You have Guan, you have Skippy. Sargon's good, but I think the Cav options are better, for being honest. Now that said, I think it's time, my friends, that I go head out and spend some time with family. As I was talking about earlier, we got to figure out what we're making for dinner. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I'd like to make something nice. I'd like it to be something cool. I don't know what that's going to be. Recently, I've been getting into like cooking a really badass meal when we host people for dinner. So I don't know what it's going to be. I recently did a rib roast that was just honestly, oh my God, possibly the best thing I've ever cooked in my entire life. It was insane. It was actually insane. But anyways, we'll figure it out. We're going to cook something good for dinner. I'll let you know how it goes. Rumham Dan, I missed your question. Who's better for open field? Joan Prime. Better than Sargon. We got it. There we go. I wish you all a happy new year. I wish you all health and wellness and happiness and joy and all the things in the world that you want. That includes my friends. That includes my kingdom mates. That includes the people who consider themselves enemies with me. That includes everybody. I wish you well. Okay. Oh, God. Take care, everybody. I'll see you in 2023. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. It feels weird, but here we are on the doorstep of a new year. Oh, and we gotta go raid somebody? Is somebody streaming? Sure, we'll raid somebody. Thanks for the reminder. Let's go raid somebody. Redline streaming? Sure, let's go raid Red. Let's make it happen. For those that don't know, Redline is in the same kingdom as me. So if you're like, hey, I want to see more of this unfold, or you just want to go look at somebody who gets plus 75 every time they refine and ask him what his secret is, let's go raid Redline. I swear, man. So when you get there, it's very simple. You yell raid or Chisgule raid and you throw it in all caps. The stream will take you there automatically in like 30 seconds from now, but you'll also have a prompt where you can click a button and it'll also send you there right away. All right. Take care, everybody. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in 2023. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it.